All right, everyone. We are live. We are here in Spencer, Massachusetts. We are at the, I don't even know what field this is. What is this field?
This is the Joseph.
This is the Joseph. I don't know. I can't even read it that far. But we are live, and this is going to be between SIBL and Central Mass Energy. These two teams have faced each other in the past in Swansea and also in Central Mass's home field. And so it's going to be a good matchup. And
I'm a loud dad sometimes, so I'm a little nervous. Can't wait to read my right. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't see first. I can't see first, but that's all right. They haven't decided if they're going to botch it.
all right.
No, they're really going to botch it.
We're back live in Spencer, Massachusetts. I'm Jason, your host. It's Troy City Radio. We are live on YouTube, and so it is. We're just waiting. I apologize for the delay. We're just waiting to have the other. And this is a game between Swansea, Massachusetts, SIBL, and Central Massachusetts Energy. So hang tight. We'll have the starting lineups, the umpires, and we'll be right with you. All right, we are here. We are live. We are at in Spencer, Massachusetts, and Swansea Independent is the home team. They are taking the field, and on the mound, it looks like number 14. It's going to be Jaden Souza, who will be pitching for SIBL. And so the starting lineup for Central Mass Energy, the visiting team, is going to be Casella, Troyes, Bede, Farrell, and it looks Carpe. I'm sorry? Ricciardi. Sorry about that. Ricciardi, O'Keefe, Morris, Gardell, Moore, St. Croix. Sorry about that. And Thomas will round out the lineup for the visiting Central Mass Energy. This is game one of a tournament here in Spencer, Massachusetts. From what I understand, this is the first tournament that this location is actually putting on, so kudos to them. And SIBL comes into this tournament 3-0 in tournament championship play this season. So this is the fourth tournament for SIBL, and we've got some action for you coming up in just a few minutes, plus the starting lineup on the field. All right, we are here. We're set for action. I will get the umpire names. First base umpire, the first base umpire is Joshua Prater. He's from the Massachusetts baseball. And we are about to get ready for first pitch here on Troy City Radio. This is YouTube Live, and so the coach for SIBL is Lance Mello. I will get the coach's name for Central Mass. Here comes the first batter, Casella. And here's the pitch. That ball is up and in at the chin for ball one. Game time temperature right now is 81 degrees under. I'm actually in the press box. How do you like that? Swung on and missed for strike one. Evens the count at 1-1. So I'm going to try to get a good camera angle for you. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that because I'm kind of limited as to where I can put the camera. But here's a swing and a miss on strike two. And Jaden Souza doing awesome this year. And so at third base, we have Matty B. We have Jaden Cruz at shortstop. And we have, looks like Luke Finglas at second. Here's the pitch. Swung and miss for strike three. And there's the out recorded for the first out of the inning. Got Owen Monis at first base, Luke Finglas at second base, Connor James is in left, and Jackson Souza is in center. And Mighty Mouse swung one on Troyes. Mighty Mouse Nolan Donaldson is pitching for Jaden Souza is number 34, Nolan Mello. That ball is low and away for a 1-1 count here. Beautiful day here. Way high for ball two. We are actually just outside of Worcester, Massachusetts. So Spencer is, I believe this is Worcester, then Leicester, then Spencer, and nice little creek right behind us here. Beautiful setting. Low and inside for ball 3. So it's 3-1 on Troyes. On deck is Bede. And the 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4. So there's the base on balls. First walk of the game for Jaden Souza. So Troyes on first base. Here comes Bede. Bede is number 2. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to get the first base angle here. So the first pitch on Bede is a strike. So 1 down in the inning. Souza gets a sign. And Troyes taken off for second, but it is a foul ball. Fouled back to the backstop for strike 2. So Troy, the last pitch is probably going to be going on this one. And guess not. But that ball is high for ball 1. So it's 1-2 on Bede. Farrell on deck. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3 for the second out, and taking off for second is Troyes, who's in the inning. So we got Troyes at second. And the pitch just missed. Keith on deck. Hoping to get a chance to bat here in the first inning. Runner takes off for third. It's a foul ball popped out of play as Nolan Mello crashes into the fence there. So Troyes has to go back to second base. Troyes seems to have a nice. So it's he's even 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Souza gets his sign. He takes a kick. Here's the pitch outside for ball 3. So it's a Here's the kick, the pitch. Called strike 3, ends the inning. What a pitch by Jaden Souza. So after 1/2 inning, we are scoreless here in Spencer, Massachusetts. All right, we're back in Spencer, Massachusetts. So a couple of corrections here. So a mishap in the lineup. So it was actually Casella, Troyce, Beatty, Chambers who struck out to record the second out of the inning, and Farrell who just struck out looking, and Riccardi will actually be leading off the second inning for Central Mass Energy. And number 8, Moore, is pitching on the mound for Central Mass. And here comes Jaden Cruz.
Hey, come on, AJ.
On deck will be Jackson Souza. Here's a pitch by Moore. In there for strike 1. That ball is low. Here's a pitch. That ball is high. So it's 2-1 on Cruz. Sun being covered up a little bit by the clouds here in Spencer. That ball is swung and hit hard, and it's going out to the second baseman, and it drops just after the second baseman. So Cruz is in there with a base hit to lead off the inning for SIBL. So here comes Jack Souza. There's a pitch. In there for strike 1. Cruz takes off for second. He's in there safely. So it's 1 strike on Jackson. Moore gets his sign, throws it over to second base. May have got him if he didn't have a little bit of hesitation in there. That ball is overthrown to home plate, and Cruz is taking off for third, and he's in there safely. So an errored throw by the second baseman puts Cruz just, I don't know if these are 60-foot bases or 70-foot bases, but he's at third base, ready to score. It's a pitch to Jackson Souza. That ball is a hit in center field. And so it's an RBI single for Jackson Souza. And just like the top, 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. Here comes Luke Finglas. There's a pitch that's outside. Souza takes off for second base, and the ball is dropped, and it looked like he would have had him if the shortstop had caught that ball. The ball was actually in the glove, right at his feet. Would have definitely tagged him out on that one. That ball's fouled back to the backstop for strike 1. There's a pitch. That ball is high. So 2-1 on Luke Finglas, Matt Burt. Big lead, and that's ball 4. Burt, he's got Finglas at first and Jackson Souza at second. And nobody there covering, so the pitcher tried to hold off, but it dropped almost literally into the ground. So now we've got runners on the corners with out here in the. That ball's in there for strike 1. And a defense. Matty B with a shot down the throw right second base, and he's in there for an RBI single. Here comes Owen Monis, the first baseman. That ball is hit to the shortstop, who makes a catch. Over to first for the out for the double play. So it's a line out to the shortstop and to the first baseman for 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. That ball is in the dirt. Here's a pitch by Moore. That ball is high for ball 2. So it's 2-0 to So 3 balls, no strikes to Donaldson. Or very high. So once again, runners are on the corners. That ball is hit hard, and it is gone into the woods for a 3-run home run. And Nolan Mello is on fire this year, and he's rounding second base, and I mean, just a shot by Nolan Mello. So the SIBL, the home team Swansea, is now in the lead with 5. So it is 5-0 here in the first inning on a moonshot by Nolan Mello. Who's due for a big hit. So we've got 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. SIBL up by 5. Connor James steps into the on-deck circle. That's another moonshot, and that ball is at the base of the fence in right field, and it's just a long an interference call apparently on Mass Central, or Central Mass, sorry. So Kyle's at second base on the interference. Here comes James. That ball's in the dirt. Pass ball over to third. Rogers is in there safely. So Rogers reaches the third on a pass ball. Here's the ball is popped up behind us here in the booth. So 2-1 on Connor. Eric Casey is the home plate umpire. That ball's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch. Fouls it back to the backstop. So it's 3-2. Jaden Souza on deck. On deck. And there's the payoff pitch. That ball is high for ball 4. So once again, runners on the corners. Here comes Jaden Souza. That ball is up and in for ball 1. On deck is Zach Kern. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1 by Casey. That ball is hit to the second baseman. It's through. It's we've got another run in, and it looks like Connor James is being held at third. So a base hit, RBI single by Jaden Souza. Only got 2, and we've got 2 out. 3 runs came on 2 outs. So these runs came in just after the double play by Owen Monis. Dropped, unsuccessful. Nobody advances. And that ball is high, and it's a defensive indifference for Jaden Souza, who strolls into second base. That ball's in the dirt. More throws. That ball is high.
Gotta be perfect for you.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Having a hard time hearing the home plate umpire, Eric Casey, so I believe it's 3-1. And that ball is just missed for ball 4. It looked like it would have been strike 2, but so we got bases loaded for the top of the order. So we're batting around here as Jaden Cruz steps back in. That ball is low and out. So Cruz reached on a single to lead off the inning. And he's very quickly ahead in the count. 2-0. That ball is a little dribbler down the third base line, and it rolled foul. Some thick grass in the foul territory area, so that ball is just going to stop as soon as it reaches over. So it's 2-1 on Cruz. There's a pitch. Big lead by Souza at second base. That ball is way high for ball 3. So it's 3-1. In there for strike 1. So it's 3-2 on Cruz. So we've got Kern at first. That ball is hit up the middle, and another run will score. That's 7. Here comes Jaden Souza at the plate. It's not in time, and a very sloppy slide by Jaden. It looks like he's okay. And so that's going to bring in 2 runs there. And so we've got Kern at third and Cruz with a double and is heading over to left field. So Lucas Riccardi is going to be the new pitcher for Central Mass Energy. And I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So Central Mass Energy is actually from Worcester, and so here comes. Well, in just a minute here, we're going to see Jackson Souza for the second time in the inning. So a quick recap. So Cruz led off the inning with a base hit, and Jackson Souza with a hit to center field. Finglas walked. Matt Burt with a single. And then Owen Moniz hit to shortstop for a line drive double play. Here's the pitch to Jackson Souza. That's in the dirt for ball one. So 5 runs come on 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. That's a swing on a miss on a pitch that was high. So it's 1-on-1 on Jackson Souza. And swung on a miss for strike 2. And that ball is down and in. 2-2. And that ball is in the dirt. So Cruz is up at second base. Kern at third. It's a full count. Finglas hoping to get another bat in the inning, and he will get one as that's ball 4. And bases are loaded for Luke Finglas, who walked at the beginning of this inning, his first time up. That ball is hit hard to shortstop, who's there, throws the ball over to first. Time could have just went right over to second base to record the sure out, but instead it's an errored throw, and now we've got on third base. Cruz comes in to score, and we have Finglas at first on the error. That's going to be an E6. And here comes Matt Burt. So Cruz comes around to score. Kern comes in to score. So that was a 2-run error. That ball is in there for ball 2. So time is called by Matt Burt. Talking to Steve Kern, the first base coach. So Matty B gets his elbow brace on. And down in Aberdeen, for the stuttering, Burt, the good news is it isn't. And here he hit ahead here in Spencer, Massachusetts. The 3-0 pitch. That ball is in the dirt, and the bases are loaded once again. All of this coming with 2 outs in the inning. Here comes Owen Moniz, who lined out to cause the double play in the top of this inning, or in the beginning of this half of the inning. That ball is hit high and bloops in, and everyone is going to be safe. It's an infield base hit, RBI for Owen Moniz. So 1 strike on Donaldson. Nolan Mello, who hit on deck. That ball is hit hard. It's like it's going to be out of play. Foul ball. 1-2. So the 1-2 pitch, and it almost hit him, knocking Donaldson into the dirt. So it's 2-2. We're even here. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And the catcher missed it and called him out at home. So after a very long bottom of the first inning, the score is 11-0 after one complete inning. We'll be back right after this. So we're back in the top of the second inning here in Spencer, Massachusetts. It is the Worcester Central Mass Energy versus Swansea Independent. And Swansea Independent Baseball, the home team, is up 11-0 here in the top of the second inning. Stepping in, Ricarte, Josh Farrell. That's interesting. And here comes, so that was Farrell who just hit a shot. And it looks like he's going to be picked off here. And no, he's not. He's safe. He's safe. Owen Moniz hesitated a little bit. So an unsuccessful pickoff attempt for Farrell. Here comes Ricarte. Pick up a feint to second base. So here's the pitch to Ricarte for strike one. That ball is way high, and Ricarte was actually thinking about swinging at that because that ball was like over his helmet. So it's 1-1. O'Keefe on deck, Morris to follow. Way high for ball two. So Farrell's on second. Taking off for third is Farrell, and he is in there with a stolen base. The throw from Rupp missed. And we've got a full count on Lucas Ricarte. Strike three to record the first out. Here comes O'Keefe. I think I have my scoring in order now. I got the thumbs up from the guys here in the booth that are taking the score on Game Changer and the scoreboard here on the field. The pitch to O'Keefe In there for strike one. Looked like it was on the inside corner. And nice framework, but unsuccessful. That ball is outside. Very, very muggy, very warm, very humid here in Spencer. Swung on and followed back to the backstop. So the 1-1 pitch. And 2. That ball's high. So it's a full count on O'Keefe. On deck, we've got Morris and then Gardell. A lot of nicknames for the SIBL team. The pitcher, Jaden Souza, is actually Sosa. And swung on a miss for strike 3, and that records the second out of the inning. Here comes Morris. Wearing number 7. So SIBL is wearing the blue pants with the blue, the gray pants with the blue piping down the side, and their blue and gray striped shirt, button-down jerseys. And here's the pitch. Framed nicely, looked like another strike, but called a ball. And Central Mass Energy wearing white pants with the black, looks like blue, electric blue. So 2 balls on Morris. And leading off the next inning, that ball is in there for strike 2. Leading off for SIBL, we've got, looks like Mello, Rogers, and James going into the bottom of the second inning. So Gardell is on deck. And that ball is in there for a called third strike. So that's going to retire the side. So after 1.5, SIBL 11, it's 11-0 here in Spencer, Massachusetts. All right, we're back in the bottom of the second inning here in Spencer. Here comes the pitch to Nolan Mello, who's leading, and that's in there for ball 1. A nice curveball, swung on and missed. That ball is hit hard and up just over the shortstop's head. That ball is almost back to the fence. Left fielder gets it, throws it into second base, and Nolan Mello is on to lead off the inning with a single. Here comes Kyle Rogers. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful. The pitch to Rogers. It's high for ball one. That ball's fouled back to the. Actually, looked like it hit someone's car back there. Oh, one of the moms of the one of the workers here in the booth. So it's 1-1 on Rogers. That ball's outside and high. That ball is back to the fence. And Nolan Mello is going to get into second base uncontested. So ball four. Mello's at third. Here comes Connor James. The ball's in the dirt. Moving up to second base is Kyle Rogers on the wild pitch. Riccardi takes a deep breath, finds his sign. The kick, the pitch, in there for strike one. You would think that Eric Casey is going to open up the strike zone a little bit here. Here's the pitch. That ball is in the dirt. So it's 2-1. Very quiet crowd. That ball is hit down the third base line, foul. Great play by Matt Donaldson, the third base coach. Sign him up.
Attaboy, coach.
So it's 2-2. You got Mello at third, Rogers at second. Riccardi gets a sign. Here's the kick. There's the pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt for strike three. That's the first out of the inning. Here comes Jaden Souza. The ball's down and out. For ball one. So one out here in the bottom of the second. Looks like a strike, but called a ball. So 2 balls on Jaden Souza. And outside and low for strike one. So it's 2-1. And in there for a ball. So 3-1. A walk here would load up the bases for Zach Kern, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So bases loaded for Zach Kern, bottom of the order here. Justin Cleaves, the bat boy, still recovering from a broken elbow, attained earlier in the rec season for SIBL, playing for the Angels. Swung on a miss, big cut for Zach Kern. Kern walked last inning to get on. That ball is hit to the shortstop, who picks it up, throws it over to first. And the ball is bobbled, so Kern is going to reach on the error. Here comes 2 runs to score, and Jaden Souza is into third base. And here we go. Time is called by the umpire. So reaches on the error by the first baseman. So Mello scored on that. Rogers scored on that. And Jaden Souza is at third base. Play resumes. The pickoff attempt over to first base. Unsuccessful. Here comes Jaden Cruz, top of the order. So 1 ball. Oh, hit by the pitch right under the elbow, kind of like the middle torso area underneath the armpit. So the bases are loaded on the hit batsman. And here comes Jack Souza. That ball is low. So we've got 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Ball looked really, really good, but called the ball. So it's 2-0 on Jackson. Inside for ball 3. It seems as if there's a pitching issue for Central Mass Energy. And that's ball 4. So a walk in, and bases are still loaded. Here comes Luke Finglas. So Jaden Souza will score on the walk. And that ball is hit down the first base line, and right fielder running over to make an attempt, but that ball is fouled and out of play. So Finglas last inning reached on a walk and E6. Matt Bird on deck. Good reflection by the catcher, Chambers. Keeping that ball in front of him, saving a possible run. That ball is hit hard to center field. Center fielder there to make the grab. And tagging is Kern, but no, he goes back on the hesitation. So allowed out by Finglas. So 2 outs here in the inning. Here comes Matt Burt. Owen Monis is on deck if Burt will get on. Is the pitch. That ball is high. So 2 balls on Matt Burt. And that ball is in the dirt just before home plate. So it's 3-0. So we've got Cruz on second, Kern on third, and Jackson Souza on first. That ball is hit right back to the pitcher, picks it up, throws it over to first for the out to retire the side. So after 2 completed innings, SIBL 14 and Central Mass nothing. So we're back in Spencer, Massachusetts, in between innings here. It is the going into the top of the 3rd inning. So defensive changes. Matt Burt going over to first. Zach Kern at second. Finglas is going to stay at third. Connor James comes into Finglas stays at shortstop. Connor James comes into third. Nolan Donaldson is going to be in left. Cruz is going to be in center. And Jackson Souza is going to be in right field. And behind the plate is Nolan Mello for Jaden Souza, who's on the mound here in the 3rd inning. So leading off the inning is going to be Gardell, Moore, and St. Cyr for Worcester. Games like this, you get very deflated, when it's a blowout like this. But then again, anything can happen in baseball. I've seen crazier things happen. But the energy here on Mass Central Mass is not really energetic. But if they can get their heads back in the game here and score 3 runs, we can keep this game going. So it's 0-2 on Gardell. That ball is low. So the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. So the first out of the inning is recorded by Gardell. So here comes Moore. So ball 1. The pitch from Souza. High. So it's 3-0 on Moore. And in there for strike one. So it's 3-1 on Moore. And if I'm reading this correctly, it looks like there's only one hit in the game for Central Mass. And that's ball 4. That's in the dirt. And Moore will reach first base. So here comes St. Cyr. So Souza has 7 strikeouts in the game. And that ball's in there for strike 1. Sun popping out again. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 2. So it's 0-2 on St. Cyr. Moore at first base on the walk. Here's the pitch. Foul back. And caught by Nolan Mello. 8th strikeout of the game by Jaden Souza. Here comes Thomas. And believe it or not, this is the last batter to round out the lineup. And that ball is fouled on for strike 1. That ball is in the dirt, but swung on and missed for strike 2. So here comes Jaden Souza's 42nd pitch, and that ball is fouled back. So 0-2 on Thomas. That ball is high for ball 1. So Moore is at first base. Infield ready. That ball's fouled out of play just behind the booth. So Thomas is acting like Donnie Wahlberg. He's hanging tough. A 1-2 pitch. And a throw back over to first base goes into right field. No advancement by Moore. So that ball was held there by Mello for just a bit, trying to frame it to get the strike call, but Eric Casey says, no way, that's a ball. So the 2-2 pitch. And just missed for ball 3. So it's a full count on Thomas. On deck is Casella, the top of the Central Mass Energy lineup. Pickoff attempt over to first base, and he got him. He got him. Moore couldn't get back in time, and that's gonna be it. That's the game. So the final score is SIBL 14 and Central Mass Energy nothing on the. What a way to end the game! Pickoff and thrown out at first base. So 7 strikeouts for Jaden Souza. Congratulations! I'm sure he'll probably get player of the game, and. So unbelievable shot by Nolan Mello in the first inning. and a 3-run home run. So that's going to do it for this game. And I'm not sure what time the second game will be, but we should be able to get that game to you if it's in time. Other than that, we're not going to be able to broadcast that game for you. So after 2.5 innings, this game is over on the 12-run rule as SIBL wins this game 14-0. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You can always log in and listen to some great country top 40 hits at TroyCityRadio.net. You can download the app to your phone if you have an Android or a iOS. And so thank you again. This is CJ. It's Troy City Radio, YouTube Live.